Right now, Republican lawmakers want to know why we are just learning about classified documents being found late last year in an office that President Biden occupied after he served as vice president. And later, calls for evacuations in parts of California as a massive storm on the West Coast brings the potential for massive flooding. This is News 3 Now at noon. Good afternoon, I'm Mark Kane. Thanks for joining us on this Tuesday. We begin with a death investigation in Janesville. Police are working to find out what happened to a man found unresponsive sleeping in a park. Two people found him at Volunteer Park on North Main Street yesterday evening around 6:30. He's a 40 to 50-year-old white man. First responders tried to resuscitate him, but he died at the hospital. Police say there's no sign of trauma, but it's unclear what led to his death. Foul play is not suspected. Authorities will release his name after the family is notified. A Sun Prairie man will spend more than 10 years in prison after pleading guilty last year to a meth distribution charge. Daniel Gibbs was sentenced to more than 10 years in prison. According to a press release, Gibbs sold a pound of meth to a confidential source 3 times in Sun Prairie in August and September of 2021. Later, agents reportedly found 4 pounds of heroin, a kilogram press, and a loaded gun inside a Sun Prairie home. Madison police investigating after they say someone stole money from the Taco Bell on State Street yesterday. They say surveillance video from the area in the 500 block of State Street appears to show someone entering the restaurant at around 3:45 a.m. About $200 was stolen from the restaurant. No arrests have been made. Let's head out to the weather patio now. Kelly Slifka has a look at your certified most accurate forecast, the sun and fog this morning at the same time.
Yeah, we have actually both right now going on across Madison. Here on the southwest side, here at the station, we actually have beautiful sunshine. It's a beautiful afternoon, but we still have some fog at the airport on the north side of Madison. So just depending on where you're at, you're seeing beautiful weather or you're kind of socked in with the fog. And basically, it's split right down the city center here in Madison. I'll actually show you that to you on our visible satellite, as we have had this the clouds kind of breaking up here in the south side of Madison, but not so much on the north side. You can just see it's just kind of stuck right over the city center. So if you're up to the north, unfortunately, it's going to be a little bit slower process to break up the low clouds and fog that we had throughout the morning hours. But on the south side, it's pretty nice out here at this noon hour. We're starting to see temperatures warm up, areas to the south especially, where temperatures have been warming through the 30s and 40s. We're looking at temperatures to climb into the mid-30s. However, there will be 40s down near the Illinois border, a little bit cooler to the north. We're tracking a system that may bring a little bit of a wintry mix later tonight. We'll detail it all out for you coming up in just a bit.
All right, Kelly, thank you. We'll see you in a few minutes. Republican lawmakers are demanding answers after about 10 documents marked classified were found in an office space that President Biden used before he was elected. The documents come from Mr. Biden's time as vice president. Sources told CBS News the Justice Department has launched a review into the matter. Deborah Alfarone reports from Capitol Hill.
Roughly 10 documents marked classified were found inside this former office of President Biden right across from the U.S. Capitol. Sources told CBS News the Justice Department launched a review into the matter after the president's personal lawyers found a small number of documents with classified markings in a locked closet, according to a White House lawyer. The documents were discovered early November while the attorneys were packing up the office. The White House counsel's office says the documents were not the subject of any previous request by the archives, and that it immediately reported the discovery to the National Archives, which took possession of the documents the following day. Attorney General Merrick Garland assigned a Trump-appointed U.S. attorney in Chicago, John Lausch, to review the matter. According to a source, the documents did not contain nuclear secrets, but their exact nature and classification level are unclear. Republican lawmakers who now control the House of Representatives want to know why the discovery, which happened in early November, wasn't made public before the midterm elections.
When national organizations are aware of this and they hold it before an election, it looks political.
The classified documents in Mr. Biden's former office were discovered about 3 months after the FBI executed a search warrant at former President Trump's Florida home and office. Trump had refused to comply with repeated requests to return the material.
It's completely different from the Mar-a-Lago case, which tends, based on reporting, to indicate there was intentionally activity to take those documents.
But Monday night in a post, Trump asked, when is the FBI going to raid the many homes of Joe Biden, perhaps even the White House? The FBI is also involved in the preliminary inquiry into the Biden documents. Deborah Alfarone, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
And a source familiar with the review tells CBS News the documents are currently located in a secured government facility. Once the Attorney General reviews the inquiry, he'll decide whether there should be a criminal investigation by the FBI or even a special counsel. Meanwhile, Special Counsel Jack Smith's team has subpoenaed Donald Trump's former attorney, Rudy Giuliani. According to a source familiar with the situation, Giuliani has been asked to turn over records to a federal grand jury as part of an investigation into the former president's fundraising after the 2020 election. The request asked for documents about Giuliani's travel expense payments that he received around the 2020 election when Giuliani filed numerous lawsuits on Trump's behalf contesting the election results. Not even a week after he was sworn in, New York Republican Congressman George Santos was hit today with an ethics complaint that goes far beyond his admitted lies about his background. In a formal complaint filed with the Federal Election Commission, the campaign's legal center, a nonpartisan watchdog, questions how Santos made a $700,000 contribution to his own campaign, considering he reportedly earns about $50,000 a year. Santos has already admitted lying extensively about his background and work experience.
It's very difficult to work with anyone who cannot be trusted, and it's very clear his entire resume in life was manufactured until a couple days ago when he finally changed his website.
Today's complaint against Santos could prompt a federal investigation by the FEC. He's already under investigation by the district attorney in Long Island. Authorities in Brazil have reopened a fraud case against him, and he could also face a House ethics complaint in the coming days. The Department of Education is proposing lower student loan payments for millions of people. It's part of the Biden administration's plan to change the existing income-driven repayment program. The proposed rule could reduce payments to 40 cents per dollar, saving borrowers some $1,000 per year. It would also pause payments for anyone making less than $30,600 a year. In addition, there would be no longer a charge for unpaid monthly interest. Smaller loans would be forgiven after 10 years of payment. A final rule could be released later this year. There's more to come on News 3 Now at noon. A nurse strike continues in New York, plus a recall to warn new parents about coming up in the Money Watch report.
You're watching News 3 Now at noon.
Winter in Wisconsin means snow, blustering winds, and sub-zero temperatures. Will your insulation keep your home warm? Fry Construction can help. We're your roofing and insulation pros. We'll find cracks and air paths in your insulation that are letting in the icy cold and hindering your comfort. With our thermal imaging and our cutting-edge insulation techniques, your home will be warm and energy efficient for years to come. Visit fryconstruction.com today for your free thermal imaging consultation and save 23% on select insulation services.
In need of home repairs? From stairs and railings to roofing and plumbing, Habitat Dane County works alongside families to ensure safe, stable housing for years to come. Qualifications are based on income, need, and willingness to partner. Don't delay. Apply today.
Do you have a coffee smile? Drinking coffee causes yellow teeth for thousands of people just like you. And whitening toothpaste just doesn't make those stains go away. Introducing Power Swabs, the first teeth whitening system that lifts coffee stains off your teeth in less than 5 minutes without whitening strips or trays.
The Power Swabs were so easy to use. I don't have to have strips sitting on my face for an hour. I don't have to have a foam tray where I feel like I'm going to gag or I'm going to go play football. I've tried like every over-the-counter whitening because, you know, I'm one of those people that's like obsessed with white teeth.
So with the strips I've used in the past, most of them are like you got to leave it on for 30 minutes and the whole experience is just not comfortable. But with Power Swabs, I just snapped it open and rubbed it on and it was good to go.
This didn't sting, it didn't burn, it didn't have an aftertaste. It was just a swab and I just got to rub it on my teeth, and that was it.
The secret is a tooth detergent and whitening agent developed by Dr. Martin Ginniker that lifts stains off of your teeth. Power Swabs remove stains on natural teeth, veneers, bonding, caps, and crowns. The best part is you just swab your teeth for 5 minutes and you'll have whiter teeth. No more sitting at home with a whitening strip or tray in your mouth for 30 minutes twice a day.
When I use these whitening strips, I noticed when I would drink, I would get this crazy sensitivity. It would go right to my brain, and I'm like, I hate this. So why do I have to go through the monstrosity of this pain just because I want to whiten my teeth? With Power Swabs, there was zero sensitivity.
Within the first day with the Power Swab, I noticed there was a difference. I really love the fact that you're able to go individually on each tooth and make sure that it's going to be wider.
Call for your 5-minute solution to whiter teeth. Whiten your teeth this new year by ordering Power Swabs and receive up to 50% off the regular price. Yes, 50% off the regular price. Shipping is free, plus you'll receive a free Quick Stick pen. Visit powerswabs.com or call the number on your screen.
An important consumer alert concerning baby sleepers that have now been linked to 100 infant deaths. Fisher-Price is again recalling more than 4.5 million rock-in-place sleepers, which were initially recalled in 2019 after reports of more than 30 deaths. Since then, about 70 more deaths have been reported. Customers are now urged to immediately stop using the sleeper and contact Fisher-Price for a refund. More than 7,000 nurses at 2 major New York City hospitals went on strike Monday. They're demanding increases in pay and staffing, saying they're being forced to work long hours and are unable to properly care for patients. The 2 facilities move vulnerable patients and newborns in intensive care to other hospitals ahead of that strike. And there are only a few more hours to get your Mega Millions tickets for tonight's drawing of a whopping $1.1 billion, that's right, billion dollars. It is the 3rd largest jackpot in the game's history. The cash option for tonight's drawing is just over $568 million. That's your CBS News Money Watch report. For more, log on to cbsmoneywatch.com. At the CBS Broadcast Center, I'm Chanel Call.
A positive day so far on Wall Street. The Dow Industrial's up 78 points. The NASDAQ up 53. The S&P 500 up 2.25. Well, AAA says we could see lower gas prices in the coming days. Over the weekend, gas prices fell more than 1 cent, bringing the national average to $3.28. The reason for the decrease? Lower demand. The Energy Information Administration says demand dropped last week after the new year. Next at noon, Pam has today's egg prices. Kelly shares the latest forecast. And then later today, UW Health psychiatrist Shyla Mergain joins us on Live at 4 with some tips on sticking to your New Year's resolutions. That's coming up at 4.
Bag sale, 15% off. So I was thinking we could fix up a few things around here. New cordless drill, so we can finally hang those pictures. LED bulbs, that'll help with the electric bill. Picked up some toothpaste for us. Always need batteries. New coat of paint for the mudroom. And finally, something to unclog that basement sink.
The bag is back. Hurry in and get 15% off everything you can fit in the bag now at Menards.
Rub these little weenies, not with my low E.
Millions are suffering from low energy, commonly called low E.
Conga line around the family room? Not with my low E.
I can't even blow up this celebratory balloon.
Well, I live this way. Planet Fitness replaces low E with Big E, which keeps you energized and glowing all day. Simply join through the free PF app. $1 down, $10 a month, cancel anytime. Deal ends January 12th.
Look at my wieners now.
I'm Rebecca, and you might know me from reality TV.
And this was my stubborn body fat that I just couldn't get rid of. But then I went to Sono Bello, and they permanently removed my body fat in just one visit.
It is so intensely gratifying for one visit to make this big of a change. It's amazing.
Sono Bello's board-certified surgeons use micro-laser technology to safely target and remove your diet-resistant fat cells permanently on your stomach, hips and thighs, back, and so much more.
It feels incredible.
incredible to look down and it's flat. Thank you again, Sonobello. I'm so happy.
Schedule your free, no-obligation consultation and find out how you can get $250 off instantly. Call 1-800-595-1532 or go to sonobello.com.
On the Jennifer Hudson Show, photo roulette is revealing. Y'all, that was pennies on my head. Then Ashley Simpson is here. Plus, from the White Lotus, Adam DeMarco.
On the next Jennifer Hudson Show at 3.
Could you use a break from booze? It's not too late to take the Dry January challenge.
Tomorrow we'll explain what just one alcohol-free month can mean for your health.
And we're tracking some wintry precipitation overnight. Join us tomorrow between 4:30 and 7.
The Farm Report is sponsored by Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
Let's check in now with Pam Yankee from the Midwest Farm Report on this Tuesday. Missed you yesterday.
Yeah, oh boy, but was I having fun up in Wisconsin Dells. It's the only convention in a calendar year that kind of breaks the mold as far as stories I'm doing. Yesterday, we were previewing fire jugglers, those guys on the unicycle. It's just a fun convention because all of our county fairs are looking for all the entertainment that they're going to feature this coming 2023 fair season. So all of those artists, all those sidebar performers were up in Wisconsin Dells. Just a wall of opportunity for people to select from, aside from the traditional truck and tractor pulls, that type of thing. It was just super fun. And one other thing that we did while we were up there, recognized the winners of our Everybody Has a Fair Story campaign. We asked literally people from across the state, if you have got a good story about your kind of connected to your county fair, to submit it. The top 2 entries, there were 5 that caught everybody's attention, but top 2 entries, one came from Linda Degner from up in Shell Lake, talking about the shenanigans that go on at county fairs. And that got a big chuckle from the audience. And the grand champion from Marquette County, Melanie Zules, her daughter Olivia, wrote a story about how she dedicated 25% of the sale of her steer to a cancer support group in Marquette County in honor of her grandpa. That one got me choked up. So 5 different winners. We're putting those stories up as we can at MidwestFarmReport.com if you want to check in. We had more than 40 entries, had a whole lot more entries, but a lot of people didn't finish their story. We're going to work on that for 2023. All right, as far as the markets are concerned, it's been an on-again, off-again situation. Corn, soybeans, and wheat. Just about the time that I think we're trending higher, I turn around, things are back a little bit lower. So a mixed bag today. Remember, January 22nd is the new year for China, and that also is going to be something that traders focus in on as far as business is concerned. Yesterday was a big day for barrel and block cheese and AA butter. Today, a little back off. Barrel cheese down 2.5 at $1.80. 40-pound block cheese drops a penny and a half to $2.18 and a quarter. AA butter, though, up another penny at $2.43 a pound. Remember, Mark, we always say that dairy kind of runs the gamut from Thanksgiving until the Super Bowl with all of our holiday entertaining. So the closer the Super Bowl gets, the more we got to start thinking about what's next for dairy.
I want to go to that convention with you next year.
I'm telling you, Josh Sprader, somebody should come along with me. It's just a hoot. Different than any convention I cover in a calendar year.
All right, we'll put it on the calendar.
There we go.
All right, thank you, Pam. A series of deadly storms are causing massive flooding and widespread power outages across the West Coast. Carter Evans has the latest.
California needs water, but not like this. Besieged by weeks of powerful storms, the ground here is saturated. That's leading to landslides and debris flows. In Los Angeles County, torrential downpours opened up this sinkhole overnight. It swallowed 2 occupied cars. Firefighters had to use ladders to rescue the driver and a teenager from the 15-foot pit. In San Luis Obispo County, at least 1 person died when their car was overtaken, and a 5-year-old boy went missing during a rescue, believed to have been swept away. In Santa Cruz County, the San Lorenzo River quickly climbed to a major flood stage.
We've been out of power, just got it back on for only 1 day, to lose it again.
Mud-soaked hillsides are sliding down. This one blocked the highway into town.
It's like a rat trying to get out of a maze, trying to find a different little route to get through.
This
This is crazy.
Ellen DeGeneres is one of thousands of Santa Barbara County residents facing mandatory evacuation orders.
This creek next to our house never flows, ever.
Our Elise Preston is there.
Here in Montecito, families spent Monday evacuating the coastal city as incessant rain pounded the area. The 101, a major highway here in California, is shut down because of flooding like this. Shelters are open for families to stay safe.
Back in Northern California, high surf slammed waterfront businesses in Capitola.
So this restaurant's been in the family for decades. Have you ever seen damage like this before?
I have not.
Kitchen manager Josh Whitby says it'll take months to rebuild.
Wow, incredible. Let's get a look now at our certified most accurate forecast. Meteorologist Kelly Slifka out on the weather patio. Nothing like that around here.
Yeah, we really can't complain. I know it was kind of foggy earlier this morning, and some folks still on the north side are seeing some of the fog, but really a beautiful noon hour, at least on the south side of Madison. Actually, it was been sunny all morning long down in Janesville, and eventually the cloud line or the fog line basically lifted to the north very slowly through basically from Fitchburg, Verona, now in South Madison. North side still seeing some of the low clouds and fog up through DeForest, Sun Prairie as well. You can see it'll slowly lift to the north, so folks up on the north side, it might be a little bit of a time yet before you see some of that sun, but the south side just really enjoying some really nice sunshine. I think most of the Madison area should get into quite a bit of sunshine. Right now, we still have a little bit of fog at the airport, reporting visibilities of about half of a mile. So we get this low-level moisture just kind of trapped near the surface. Sometimes it's very slow to burn off, especially because the sun angle this time of the year just is not that strong. Wouldn't be a problem if it was in the late spring or summer, but this time of the year, not easy going. Right now, temperatures are in the 30s. Probably a little bit warmer on the south side of Madison, but look at Janesville all the way up to 43. They're kind of in a sliver of warm air out ahead of our storm system that's passing through. While it's a little bit cooler to the west, I think we'll rise in the mid-30s in the Madison area, but areas to the south, 40s, might be stuck in some low 30s areas to the north. And even across Dane County, you can see how temperatures vary quite a bit, depending on where that cloud cover is, where they're seeing a lot more sunshine, or they've seen quite a bit of sunshine. Areas to the southeast already in the upper 30s, while airport's still at 31, but on the south side, it's in the mid-30s already. Just a weak system passing through right now. We'll have a little bit of a westerly flow, and that'll bring in some slightly cooler weather for today and tonight. Another weak system coming in from the north and west. That's the one that may bring us a little bit of a light wintry precip coming in tonight. We'll have to watch that, but that won't be until well after midnight. So once you get the sunshine, enjoy it for now. We've got some dry weather this afternoon and through the evening hours, so no travel problems expected. It's later tonight, not until well after midnight. May have to deal with a little bit of this in the early morning hours of the commute tomorrow morning with a little bit of freezing rain, freezing drizzle, if you will, and flurries mixed in. It looks like the amounts are going to be minimal, but something we'll have to watch out for tomorrow morning. Meantime, temperatures in the 30s today will cool down into the upper 20s tonight, and so we are going to drop below freezing. And a little bit of a mix coming in. You can see that tracking through about 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, maybe lingering until about 6 before it moves on out. Then we'll get into a little bit of sunshine tomorrow afternoon, and temperatures climb nicely into the up to about 40 degrees tomorrow. Another system passes down to our south. We've been missing out on the big storm systems. We talked about the one in California, but one is going to track across Illinois and produce some rain and snow down there. We'll be on the northern fringe of it, so down toward Janesville, you might see a little bit of light snow or flurries. I don't really expect much in the Madison area. Weekend, we started off a little bit cooler, but we start to warm up, and it could be a rainmaker headed our way. Temperatures approaching 40 early next week. So this unusually warm January weather continues. We'll see how long it lasts.
Takes us through 3/4 of the month practically.
Yeah, really does.
All right. Thanks, Kelly. There's more to come on News 3 Now at noon. Up next, let's see what Howard's working on in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen.
If coming up with new ways to make chicken week after week is challenging for you, then we've got an idea that'll make you a kitchen hero.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Wisconsin. It's easy to take for granted how we warm up. But what if you couldn't warm up so easily? For many, it's a reality they can't ignore. Working families, elderly, disabled, and veterans struggling to keep their heat and power on in the dangerous cold of winter. If you or someone you know needs a hand up, our energy, water, and emergency rental assistance providers are working together to keep you safe in your home. No one deserves to suffer when we can help each other.
Hi, I'm Jonathan Greenhut, the CEO of Plexiderm. And if you haven't tried Plexiderm, we've created the best offer yet with our New Year's Plexiderm 10-Minute Challenge. All it takes is 10 minutes to reduce the appearance of under eye bags, wrinkles, and crow's feet. Even the 11 lines between your eyes are visibly gone in minutes. Plexiderm works so well that celebrities in Hollywood and people just like you feel years younger in minutes. This is why I'm letting people try it for only $14.95 this new year at plexidermtrial.com.
So I've had under eye bags for a very long time, and it sucks. I have spent so much money on tons of eye creams, eye gels. Finally, I tried something called Plexiderm, and I'm not joking. It works. When I do a collage and everything is done, it looks amazing. That is exactly how Plexiderm makes me feel. I put it on my face, and somehow, some way, I look together, which is amazing. I'm Jackie, and I took the Plexiderm 10-Minute Challenge, and so should you.
I'm Neela. I'm 61 years old. I'm a professional personal trainer. It's so important to be in good health and to be fit and take care of yourself. How it makes you feel inside is amazing. And yet, when you look in the mirror, what you see necessarily isn't what you feel inside. Plexiderm, seriously, honest to God, it's amazing. There's nothing there, like the bags are gone.
The instant results are from naturally based silicates found in shale rock. Once applied, your skin tightens and firms, rapidly reducing the appearance of under eye bags and wrinkles in minutes. This new year is the best time to try Plexiderm at our startup price of only $14.95. So if under eye bags make you look tired or feel older, take action this new year and see that younger looking you. Your solution is at plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
I think it's common for many of us to get stumped when it comes to finding new ways to cook chicken. So to change things up a bit, we're making a super easy and cheddar cheesy chicken that I think you're gonna love. In fact, it's so good, I'm betting it'll become one of your new weeknight favorites. What do you say we get started? We begin by making a cracker crumb coating by combining crushed cheese crackers with sesame seeds, fresh chopped parsley, and a little salt and pepper. The cheese crackers are our secret ingredient, which gives this dish its big cheddar taste. Now, after trimming some chicken breasts, we dip them in melted butter and then into the cheesy crumb mixture. These go onto a baking sheet and into the oven until the chicken is cooked through and the coating is nice and crisp. This may sound basic, but the taste is out of this world. And don't plan on having any leftovers, because when you serve this crunchy, cheesy chicken as is, or with some honey mustard dressing for dipping, they're gonna gobble them up. To get the recipe for our cheesy baked chicken, simply visit our website. I'm Howard with Kelly in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found a secret cheesy way for you to say, ooh, it's so good.
Here's Kelly with our Kelly with one final check of the forecast.
Yeah, we've had the fog slowly lifting north into north side of Madison. We've had the sunshine here on the south side, so we're a little bit warmer, and you can see that sliver of warmth in the eastern part of the state with 40s, and even south down into Janesville, 43. 31, still a little bit of fog left in Madison. We will see a chance of a little bit of freezing drizzle or flurries later on tonight.
All right, thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you back here at 4. Have a great afternoon.